you could kind of see it with the comment online as well when we announced the lineup. There was, you know, especially in Europe, my side, there was definitely a lot of like Jared Elston, really, you know. But when we were going through the riders for the committee, well, it was the part, you know, and the pedigree. And here he is showing the justice in that pick, really.
Matt Barr, a member of the selection committee, handing out these invites. Sage Kotsenburg getting to go first, and he is going to put the pressure down, choosing the back 720 that time.
Back 7 Japan chicken wing into a frontside 360, and Sage finding a little bit of fresh snow there to kind of reduce that chatter and slow himself down as he goes into his third feature.
We've been talking about the power of Sage's riding, haven't we, in the green room earlier, and you can really see it. I mean,
Sage cab 9. It looked like a cab 5. I had to second guess the call there. He made it look so casual.
You didn't think that this guy's here for the win. And yeah, to your point, Matt, you see every time Sage lands, he immediately has this ability to go into what Tony Hawk calls the power of the squat. Sage spending a lot of time in Park City, Utah, training at SECT. It's just as important to him as it is being on mountain, and it has shown in this endurance event for Sage.
It's not always powder. Wow.
I believe that there are a few individuals there rooting for the Sage.
And
that
you
was
see it,
boss.
The fatigue, physical, mental. This is a long day of snowboarding for these riders.
But that Olympic mentality, that competitive pedigree to say, Jared, young Jared, we welcome you. Yes, you've done all the things. Also, this is what it means to be in the final at Natural Selection with me. Show me what you got, Bend, Oregon.
I mean, Tom, what does this do for Jared's career?
It puts it on a rocket ship to the cosmos. It really does. It's going to change the way people recognize him, look at him, value his skill. I mean, he's a young kid. He was always going to succeed, but this is just going to, as we say, yellow arrow and Mario Kart it.
And this is what Travis Rice wanted when he created this event. An ability for riders who spend that time filming video parts in the backcountry to have a platform to go bigger.
To fast track their career to the elite level of snowboarding. And that is exactly what you're seeing as Jared Elston is on course. Double backflip, stomps it, and puts on the brakes.
Switch.
There's that cab 5. I like that he slowed it down just a little bit to just creep over that knuckle and catch some fresh snow. Backside 720, and he goes down.
That's so big.
That was huge, though, wasn't it? That was one of the enormous.
And his uncanny ability, I don't know if it's intentional or not, to find fresh snow on almost every single landing, save for that first feature.
Your point about him slowing down just a tiny bit as well is a really critical one, because that was one of the things, you know, again in the green room a couple of times we were like, slow down, because that's been a problem on the landings for a lot of these riders, hasn't it? Like that lack of control because of speed when they land.
They say the Super Bowl is won in 3 plays throughout the game. That's how Natural Selection Finals is going to be. It's going to be in the details, in the intricacies of your run.
What a ragdoll. Yeah. The bottom of that thing, dude. Doing big. Looks sick though, Valley. Thought I had it for a second. No fear!
I mean, that is the definition of mutual respect right there. On the world stage, in front of a lot of eyeballs, both of these guys want the win, but they really respect each other as snowboarders. There you see Sage Kotsenburg, front side 360 tail grab. And he managed to find some fresh snow too.
Well, it's like you say, their relationship, you know, they film together. They've got this relationship going back years, but still both want to win, but doing it in the right spirit.
And there's that cab 900 from Sage Kotsenburg. That's almost like a setup trick for Sage at this point. He has that trick on lock. Here's Jared Elston starting things off with an enormous double backflip. There's the cab 5 right there. So one thing to note, takeoff switch, land regular, straight into a backside 7 off of booster shot and bury in the nose.
Yeah, that was definitely the third dose booster. He sent that thing way deep.
Yeah, but it's power, isn't it, with these two that's the common denominator today in their riding.
I mean, and look, I can't underestimate, you know, or talk. Those falls, those slams, that takes so much out of a rider.
Oh, there's been some brutal slams today. There's a lot of courage on the show today.
Whoa.
Coming for you now. Yep. No, you got it.
Good luck, boys. Good luck. Good luck.
Thank you, Jack.
You got it.
Thank you, Jack and Stan. We saw Jack doubling there and goggle duty for Robin. I noticed that there was a lot of being said without being said between the two women as those scores were announced.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's going to a tie break, and it's going to come down to one final run for first place.
We'll make picks later. But first, Sage Kotsenburg, Pride of Salt Lake City, Olympic gold medalist, video parts galore, X game, you name it, right? Like we saw him show that in his first run, but he is not taking young Jared Elston lightly. He's not. This ain't a victory lap because this format doesn't allow for it.
This is the one contest he's never won, and he wants to win it. He has that Travis Rice mentality where he just wants it so badly.
And he was defeated last year. He left here defeated. Yeah, he went to go film, etc., but he was not happy with his performance.
Yeah, and it's interesting seeing his mindset coming into here. Last year at this point in time, he was coming off 28 straight days of 4 a.m. snowmobile filming days for Real Snow Backcountry, and he told me that this year, he's just been lapping the park.
Okay, let's see.
He is just on lock right now. Backside 720, Japan. Frontside 7, Sage Kotsenburg wants to end it now.
To keep this level of consistency at this stage is remarkable, really, isn't it?
Coming in switch, and he goes cab 900.
There's the landing gear we've been talking about, the power that he's using.
And there's a sweet spot that he finds in his tail.
Yeah.
On each transition that gives him this power to come out.
Yeah, Sage, he wants to win, straight up. And you know, in his backcountry gear talk, I remember watching that on day one. He said the board that he's riding, the K2 board that he's riding, had natural selection in mind, not just here, but all 3 stops. That's how he designed his snowboard.
A quiver killer, if you will.
What a moment. We were saying, weren't we, his riding, we decided was reminiscent of the great Roman Demarchi.
Eerily similar.
Yeah.
It's pure power and speed, 100%.
Yeah, just Hellman with style sauce sprinkled all throughout it.
He has that vibe that he's just about on the edge of control sometimes, but always seems to make it look really good. And the key word is power for sure.
Blood stays on the blade. War paint.
What a moment for Jared Elston. Could you imagine what that energy is like at you're 22 years old and the world's best are in this Temple of Stoke and sending you out into this?
Imagine dropping in for a run with that much energy right before you drop in.
Yeah, with basically the whole Jedi Council being like, we're behind you.
Jared Elston, double Wildcat, putting on the brakes, and now taking off switch. Cab 5 puts it down. Let's see how Elston is going to continue this run. Backside 720, and he stomps it!
This is incredible. Matching Sage.
What in the world?
Oh, I love those little double tweaks that he's doing.
Do you remember what Jared Elston said right before they headed back up to the top? I'm coming for you, man.
Straight up 100%. He came through on that promise. That run was ridiculous.
Whew. You know who's got the worst job on earth? With a little bonus backy at the end. This judging panel.
Wow.
Holy, dude. Good Lord. Good Lord. Epic run, Sage. Dude, you and see that was psycho. Whoa. After the booster. So lost. Dude, that was so smooth.
All right, so taking a look at Sage Kotsenburg, backside 7, Japan chicken wing.
I mean, it's fair, isn't it? These have been the two most consistent riders.
So Sage
The
goes
men's field.
back 7, front 7, cab 9.
Yeah.
Heavy combo right there.
And greased all three.
On lock.
And yet so did Jared.
Yeah.
Yeah, that cab 9 was really, really nice from Sage Kotsenburg. And you're right, Salema. He just finds that sweet spot on the tail of his board. Here you're looking at Jared Elston. So Jared goes double wildcat.
Look at how he takes this cab 5 landing if we see it.
He finds a little bit of fresh snow just to get him stable and then pins it out of the landing and then backside 720.
Giant.
But also keep in mind, Jared snuck in another straight air, nice and easy, and then a backflip.
Yep. And that's another thing that we know that the judges are looking at, like how much you can maximize every aspect of this course.
Exactly. Will we see a double tiebreaker?
Yeah, he easily could have straight aired that last little step down.
LG.
Wow.
It's easy, but people love it. Whew. Damn.
Wow.
Dude. bring it
Just
in,
shy.
Jared. So good, man.
We got ourselves a
You've done
champion.
so well all year. Oh my God.
We got ourselves a champion, Jack.
Congratulations. Are you kidding me?
Oh man.
I mean, Sage, you've pretty much won everything under the sun. How big is this one to take home natural selection on one of the most challenging courses we've ever seen?
Yeah, man, today I knew coming in it was just going to be pretty cowboy, and the snow was good in the morning, but, you know, it was kind of like a stick with what you know. I just kept going the same way, and it was working, and, yeah, it was rowdy in there.
When you got down here and then watched Jared lace that run, did you think you're going to a tiebreaker there?
I knew the bottom part of my run was I kind of shimmied, and I didn't really hit one of the features, so I knew it could have docked me, and his was so good. He's been riding insane all day and all week, all year actually. I've been texting him, just seriously tripping on his Instagram because like, dude, you're riding so good right now. So, you know, seeing it in person, I was like, whoa, back up.
Back off.
Easy there.
You took down both the Fergusons then. Jared, congratulations. Anything else you want to say to the rest of the riders, the fans watching?
I just want to give major love to Mike McKelvey. He put a ton of work into this course last year and a couple summers ago. We lost him in an avalanche accident last year, so this one's for Mike. Straight up, I came into it like, this is for Mike, and walking with the win it's unreal.